Hi guys, I just wanted to hop on quickly to show you an example of what a narcissistic collapse can look like. I think sometimes we think that a collapse could look something, or maybe we think it's violent or someone lashing out and yelling and screaming. But in my situation, mine is very subtle. He's subtle about it, but very much so a collapse. So just to give you a little bit of context, our son was sick and he had offered to watch our son the night before. He said that he'd be available later in the morning. And so I messaged him here on the 26th at 6:41 a.m. Still not feeling well. What time will you be home? And I can drop him off. No response. And then again, I reached out in the morning at 6:41, homesick again, and asked if you could watch him. You had said you'd be available later in the morning, but it's now almost 10 a.m. and I haven't heard. Please respond so I can make the necessary arrangements. Again, no response. So now I message him at 4:43. I had an idea that he wasn't going to show up, but I think as parents, we just, maybe in the back of our minds, are that we're hopeful that, they'll show up for their child. So no response was ever received regarding your offer to help with today while he was home sick. He also told me this morning that Daddy would be picking me up because the night before I had asked him in front of our son, could you watch him? And he said yes. And before he left, he made sure to say bye to our son, and he said, I'll see you tomorrow. And then ghosted him. And I said, this kind of inconsistency is upsetting for him and makes things harder on everyone. If you say you'll help or spend time with the boys, please follow through or communicate clearly if you won't. This continued pattern of ignoring communication and leaving things uncertain is not in their best interest. Again, my request is on the 26th. I do not hear back from this person until, dun dun dun, 3:51 in the morning. Okay, so then at 3:55 a.m., he finally responds saying, Thursday is your day. I thought you only want to rigidly stick to the schedule. Very confusing. Hope he is feeling better, but let me know if he is not well enough to go to blank today, as I have him per the October 2022 schedule. Couple things here. Now, he neglects to even mention the fact that he ghosted our son. He's referring to a court order that was from 2022 that no longer exists anymore. On top of that, he had offered on the 21st to make up some of his parenting time and then agreed to it on the 25th and then ghosted his son on the 26th. Then on the 27th replies with this chaos down here. So again, I wanted to share this because I think it is a perfect example of what a narcissistic collapse can look like. They don't apologize for disappearing. They don't take responsibility for breaking promises to their child. Instead, they flip it back on you. And this is by design. It's a confusion tactic. It's gaslighting, blame shifting, rewriting the rules to avoid accountability. It's crazy in the making. This is why people end up losing their shit. Any normal person will lose their mind if you're constantly having to defend this ridiculousness. So I'm just curious, has anybody else seen messages like this? Has anybody else been gaslit at 3 a.m.? Follow for more on co-parenting with Narcissist.